North American EV sales are not doing too bad, at least not yet, but we'll see what the coming quarters and years have to say about that. But when I say here in America, a lot of people say, do you mean US or do you mean North America? Well, I mean North America, which is why I'm bringing on my buddy Mark. For a limited time, I got a good deal on the tariffs because I make the best deals. Grown men, beards, full beards, crying, telling me I make the best deals. So what's going on here is I've got Mark from the Tesla Life. Let's chat about it. I'm Brian. Welcome to Futuraza. Yeah, 7 surprising stats about third quarter new vehicle sales in Canada. I didn't share this one with you because it's too good. It's too good. And these are surprising. If I gave you all night to guess them, I'm going to say you won't have come up with any of them. Here we go. Zombie vehicles. What? Stellantis has arguably no equal when it comes to the selling of new vehicles that have long been discontinued. Third quarter of 25 provided further proof. Dodge sold 2 gas-powered Chargers and a Challenger, while 3 Chrysler 300 sedans found takers. Worse still, Jeep sold a new Cherokee, even though production ended in March of 23.
Wow. They just seem to be scraping the sides of the barrel to come up with these things. Like,
it's not even the barrel, it's the sides of it. Italian luxury for a select few. Alfa and Stelvio, I'm not familiar with Stelvio, increased sales by 173% respectively, but still sold just 181 for the entire quarter.
That's not impressive. You see the 100%, that's impressive, but 181 vehicles? No, not impressive. No.
Minivans are back. Pacifica sales up 84%. Grand Caravan up 65%.
Well, these are manufactured in Windsor, Ontario. So I understand they're a hometown favorite in some cases. And I can
tariff
see
advantaged because they're local.
They're already produced on this side of the border.
Did Nissan win or lose? To give you a second on that one. Nissan's third quarter sales rose 7.6%. Despite the halt in imports of 3 U.S.-made vehicles, Frontier, Murano, and Pathfinder. It's a good thing dealers had stocked up, and that's why.
Yeah. When all these auto manufacturers saw the headwinds of tariffs coming, a lot of them started moving product around, making sure that dealers had something to sell and could maybe weather the tariff storm for a few months or a quarter or two.
Hopefully. Well done, Mazda, said no one ever. Another vehicle whose imports have stopped due to the tariffs is the CX-50. That was in May 12th. However, dealers carried enough units to last them through, selling 296 in September alone. Meanwhile, the Mexican-built Mazda 3 and CX-30 are suddenly quite popular.
No tariffs on those cars coming from Mexico into Canada.
Those are USMCA trade compliant vehicles between 2 of the 3 members, the only 2 participating members of that trade agreement. Cars and M models shine at BMW. During the third quarter, BMW sales were down 16%. Meanwhile, sales of German-made BMWs were up 11%. Then there's this: a quarter of all BMWs sold in Canada sport an M badge, the performance badge. So that's a huge percentage. Almost a quarter are performance vehicles.
Exactly. And of course, a lot of them are coming from Europe. So that, again,
also tariff-free.
No tariff. Yeah.
Half of Toyotas are electric.
Oh, that's misleading a little bit. What? Yes, there is some. The hybrid Toyotas are
hybrid,
but they're not plug-in hybrid in most cases.
Okay, so that's why it's surprising, is because it's not true. So yeah, Canada and Mexico still getting along with their thing. Hey, which cars are made in Canada and Mexico? Which EVs are made in Canada and Mexico? So I'll just walk you through the Mexico ones. I can't expect you to know that because there's quite a few choices here. From Mexico, Mustang Mach-E, Cadillac Optic, Chevy Blazer and Equinox, Honda Prologue Blazer, and Jeep Wagoneer S.
Yeah, I think that's the Honda Blazer too.
Yeah, the Honda
It's
Blazer.
the same vehicle, but
It
yeah.
is. And no, it's totally different. It isn't. It is not. It has CarPlay. That's the difference. Which EVs are made in Canada?
Well, yeah, that's a really good question.
Thank you. Dodge Charger Daytona EV.
That's made in Windsor.
Look at the picture.
Yes.
That's a different
yeah.
one. But
and
the
there's not many of them made in Windsor. I can tell you that. Not many. There's just a couple.
I disagree. It is 100% of the supply.
Oh my goodness! I've never seen one in real life yet. I've heard some people say they've seen one, but I've never seen one yet.
I've only seen one at a car show, and I think only twice, only at two different car shows. And I still remember it was a snarky teenager with his dad, and he said, "Dad, look, it's a electric Charger. These are one of the cars of all time." It's like, yep, that's right. And I was like, it is one of the cars of all time. He's like, that's all I can say. I'm like, yeah.
And another one produced in Windsor would be what we just talked about, which was the Pacifica, but it's a hybrid. It's not a full electric.
Interesting news. VW chops $21,000 off price of 2025 ID Buzz.
Yeah. Huge price drop because they weren't selling at all.
No. Well, it is now under 60K, which means before it was 80K, which is the incorrect price for a Volkswagen van.
Yes, and VW found that out the hard way.
The prototypes looked so cool. The renders, the artwork looked amazing, and then they made the prototype, and that's still pretty cool. And then I saw it in Farnborough for the first time at Fully Charged. And I was like, that's a piece of crap. That is the most boring Spartan interior I've ever seen. I hate it. And,
but does the outside give you a little promise?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would agree.
I love the way the color design, the two-tone, changes the dimensions of the vehicle. It makes it look like it really breaks up the lines. So good job, I suppose. We'll
see if minus $21,000 results in sales.
I suspect it will. What it won't result in is prolonged sales because they don't have $21,000 of margin.
That's right.
There's no chance.
They just want to get rid of inventory.
Get rid of them. Clear up. Gotta clear. The 26s are out. We got to move them. Economists say Ottawa should rethink tariffs on Chinese EVs. So Why don't you tell me the status of the tariffs at the moment and why Ottawa should reconsider?
Well, Ottawa decided in its wisdom that we were going to stick with the U.S. Position on Chinese tariffs, and we put 100% tariff on Chinese electric vehicles. And that was us standing with the U.S. based on what they had selected as well. Because, of course, we're connected at the hip when it comes to automobile manufacturing. And at that point, of course, we ran into the new administration, the tariffs happened, and now Canada is like left hand. We can't get EVs into the country because, of course, if we bring them in from the U.S., we're paying a tariff. If we export them into the U.S., someone else is paying a tariff to us. So it becomes financially prohibitive to get new vehicles here unless they're coming from non-tariff countries. So now we're looking at the deal that we struck with China, and we're saying maybe we should change that. And
what I hear you saying is the Canadian government says, we slapped China because we had a deal with you, and now you have changed the deal.
Yeah.
What are we supposed to do? It's ridiculous. It's crazy. So, yeah.
There's a lot of balls in the air when it comes to this, and I'm not sure where it's all going to land because trade is a real complex issue because it doesn't just revolve around automobiles. It spills into everything: food, commodities, everything, steel. It's all rolled up into trade.
Yeah. And I would say that when it comes to changing trade deals, there's definitely a lot of balls on them to juggle in the air. I'm of the opinion it is that time of the show. All right. It's got to get that. It's got to get that out. We're talking about questions. If you had questions last week, EV mandate, chaos, benefits, Tesla's pure play. You're free to like that video. You're free to like this video. You're free to do whatever it is that gives you joy in life. Having an EV, I only have a Tesla, so maybe not generally true, is awesome. ICE cars have maintenance, ongoing costs. What's going to break next? Overhang that lessens the joy of driving. The extreme opposite is my 68 Beetle. Fun, but always on edge. No real question there. That's all right. How do you train a doc? Medical school. Because we were talking about docking trains and training docs. And
okay.
And
right.
Huber, who I will see in Chattanooga in March. Who knows? Maybe he'll make it to Tampa. That's not too far from the Bama. Let's see. Or I guess it'd be of the Bama. Yeah.
Sure.
Alabama. Mm-hmm. At 1240, just wow. That was us talking about the new Yamaha patent for an electric-driven piston engine.
Yeah, that was a great story. Yes.
And I said, well, why not have the fog machine on your station wagon so you can pretend it's a steam train? The Yamaha patent, isn't there prior art in the form of clipping baseball cards to forks?
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah, that is prior.
Thanks, JD. That brings back memories.
It really does. So for those who don't know prior art, if you try to patent something, you are expected to list prior art in it. What did you draw inspiration from? Especially helpful if it's out of patent, but even if it's in patent, we can look at it and see how yours is different. It's an important issue, and I think you're right. Doubt it would need much oil changes, though. Lubricant isn't dealing with high temperatures and combustion byproducts. True. I think that sounds right, but better yet, just don't build it. Giga Mexico site is good for one thing, major solar installation with megapacks. I'm sure they could build some sort of factory there, maybe a megapack factory. This site made sense with the free trade agreement, but that's gone. Besides solar, megapack site, is there anything else they could use it for, or are they just holding the land? And there's a second one that asks kind of the same question. Could Giga Mexico end up being Tesla's first solar farm? There might have even been a third one, but at any rate, they can't. They can't. So I know I've tried to explain this before, but I brought better visuals this time. And it's this. This is the site. This is the location. This is an old hippodrome, an old horse track. And this is a new condo complex with a golf course. That's pretty cool. But what you're looking at here doesn't tell you anything, right? So let's click on 3D so we can see just how hilly this area is. It's real hilly. And you go, well, but the city's right here. This is pretty cool. And you notice the valley is just full in all directions, in all ways. Wokey doke, went too far. Whoa, okay. Gonna have to find the city again. We're over in this area. All right. Nope, not there. I got so excited.
We're in Venezuela now, folks.
Okay, so now we found it again. So anyway, you can see the city extending in all these ways. And this is the site. You're like, well, that's not too hilly. It's still pretty flat, right? It really is not. Because you can see that is absolutely.
Yeah, the whole site is on a slant. Multiple slants.
This a horse track is not very large compared to a Tesla factory, and yet you can see how much site remediation it took just to build this back when they built it. So while this, and you think, okay, so maybe not good for a factory, and this is stone. There's dirt on top, but you notice that when they graded it, they cut into stone, and what they put here is gravel. But so why not good for solar? Because right here is, and it's hard to see because it's flattened. So let me unflatten it. those are wind turbines. There's a whole bunch of them right there along the highway. They are idle.
Oh, because they're in a valley and they're not getting as much wind as they should?
Nope. The locals have told me that. It's because PEMEX has a power monopoly and they don't want wind power.
Oh, jeez.
So if they don't want wind power, I can't imagine they're going to be super jazzed about
about a solar factory.
Solar farm right here. And again, this is just, I mean, this land is just so, I mean, it is an absolute hill. It is just real hilly. And it's unclear how much of this land is theirs. We were under the impression that this was also theirs and maybe down here a ways as well. But the records are sealed at the office. You can't go in and just request them. So to answer the question, why did they even build it? Why did they even acquire the land? Well, we don't know what they paid. They could have paid $1. We don't know. It could have been a handshake deal, not a handshake. It would have had to be in writing, but it could have been some kind of deal where the governor said, look, I really need this win. Just announce it. And I'll give you a cheap option on the land. If you decide to use it, you got it. And if you decide not to, So we don't know. Those are all just theories, but this is the spot. And this is the entrance to this condo complex right here. This is so crazy. And then up on the hill in your own little private oasis where no one can see you or hear you is a golf country club. And
look at that.
Oh, living the, I mean, this is remote. The zombie apocalypse is unlikely to find you, which is, I mean, if we're being honest, isn't that why people buy anything?
Yep.
And to give you an idea how big Monterey is, it just goes on and on. You can follow this valley down for ages. It's a very big city.
It's a massive city.
And it's very hilly. It doesn't look like it as much here, but it's all hills. It's just what they do, man. Yeah. So there's your answer. Could it be a solar farm? Probably not, due to local pressure. Whew, that was a long walk. Could they have bought land to put solar on it? Without getting into the politics of it, you could just answer yes or no, Mark, and just your personal opinion. Do you think these provinces are going to leave Canada?
No.
Correct. Not
a chance.
It's not happening. So bad site selection process by Tesla in Mexico, not like them. We don't know what the price was.
Yeah, exactly. Brian, as Brian alluded to, it could be a really cheap deal that they don't have to commit. That could be the case.
Yeah. Make it $100, $1,000, $10,000, $10,000. I'll give you an option on this land. You don't have to use it, but you can if you want to.
Yeah.
And then I can announce it. You can announce it. We can both look like heroes. Yeah. Works.
Yep.
Oh, guys, what do we miss? What do we misunderstand? Leave it. I beg of you, into them a comments below. Everybody else, like, subscribe, smack buttons. You got to smack thumbs. It's the only way our lives will stand any chance of improving, is better life through thumbs. And of course, you could also support the channel additionally. And if you're going to be in Tampa and links in the description to all that stuff. If you're going to be in Tampa while I'm there, let me know. Reach out. There's a bunch of ways to do it. You can reach me on YouTube through the About page on PC. You can reach me maybe through DMs on X. Apparently, sometimes they won't let you. I don't know. But everybody else, like, subscribe, stay tuned, stay juicy. And I cannot wait to hear from you clever robots, perhaps this Sunday in Plymouth, Michigan. Yeah, I probably should have mentioned that before the show completely ended, but I still got it in. I'll be there on Sunday. Oh, stress, man. Stress.